What's up, guys? YouTube Nation, Duane Richins, door-to-door realtor. Excited to be back on live. It's been a little bit. I had some time where we went up and toured some college campuses with my daughter and then flew down and watched a football game. I'm around for a few more days, and then I'm taking off again to go in the mountains on a backpacking trip for 5 days. There's already snow on the ground, so that's going to be a lot of fun. And then headed off to Europe. So that being said, I wanted to get in and see if there's any questions I can answer out there. We've been busy here at the office, got a lot of things going. In fact, we built out buyer agent script in a buyer's market, seller's agent script for sellers markets. We've built out a video on expireds and FSBOs, how to knock doors when you're encountering a for sale by owner or an expired listing, and how to get the best bang for your buck there. As people jump on, looks like there's somebody on already. If you have questions about the door-to-door real estate or the market or anything about it, definitely feel free to type in the chat. But we have built out a package deal as well, where you're getting the question-based selling seminar, the door-to-door boot camp, and the first 90 days in real estate course. We've built that out, which is really cool. But there's a lot of stuff that's changing in the real estate market right now. So if you're not following it, you need to be following it. Today is October 24th. And what that means is we are nearly through the year. If you're not in a warm market, door knocking at this point starts to get very, very uncomfortable as temperatures dip. This next week here in Utah, we're going to have temperatures as highs in the 40s, lows in the 20s. And so it starts to get a little bit more uncomfortable being outside knocking on doors for 6 to 8 hours a day. But that being said, the reason I bring this up is you've got the lawsuit out there right now that's happening about sellers paying buyer agent commissions. There's a big, huge battle on that, even though sellers decide if they want to pay us as real estate agents. Yes, we make a lot of money, but here's the key factor. You've got to make sure that you're earning your value out there so people know that you're worth it and willing to pay it. But if they get rid of the buyer agent commissions, I'm actually excited about what that will do to our industry. A lot of agents, and they're talking about more than 60% of our agents will be out of the industry. So only the strong will survive. They're thinking that it'll cut commissions by 60%. It's a big chunk, guys, of commissions cut. So it's going to turn the listing market into a dog-eat-dog world. So if you are not in the know-how on how to take listings, if you're not an experienced agent, if you don't have a big database, if you have not done all the things you need to do to build a massive real estate business, you better kick it in high gear, because there's a huge chance that this lawsuit could, hurt the industry really bad for a lot of real estate agents that aren't producing at high levels. So I would tell you, if you're not producing at high levels, I would get into coaching as fast as you can, get some money coming in, build a database, learn how to take listings, because it will become a listing market. And that being said, it will become a very aggressive listing market, where all the agents that are out there are going to be fighting over the listings. And what that will do is it will cause people to have to push really, really hard in order to win people's business. And I know ways to do that. So you got to get in front of clients before they are approached by 6 or 7 agents. I would get out there and knock doors. I would get myself exposed to them. I would show that I'm doing things that other people aren't doing, and that I'm willing to do more than what everybody else is willing to do. So how do you do that? What in the world do we do to get out there and earn that business? And I think coaching and training is going to become super, super important, because if you're not doing what you need to do to gain that knowledge, to get exposure, then I would say you're going to fall behind, and those that have the exposure will gobble up those that don't. So if you're in your real estate career right now and you are not where you want to be, I don't think there's a lot of time to waste. I would say get engaged, dive in, get with some of the bigger producers. We talked to you a little bit about EXP. So I recently joined EXP for one reason, not for their MLM. They say it's not an MLM, but I believe it's an MLM. They're going to give you profit share, which is great. I love to make money for free. But the biggest reason that EXP is a great driver is they offer tons and tons of resources, web-based. A lot of these brick and mortar companies out there, when wages get cut, guess what? Their commissions are also getting cut, because they're getting paid off the wages their agents are making. If the agent count goes clear down, they're going to struggle. They're going to go out of business. But EXP has got it figured out to where they are a web-based business. They don't have a ton of overhead, and they're profit sharing the commissions back to their agents. They have tons and tons of courses and programs out there so that you can succeed while you're online. And here's one of the best parts. I can bring on clients from all over the United States. So if you're short on funds right now, but you want to get into training and learn the art of door-to-door sales so you can master that and get in front of tons of people that spend a lot of money and have a way higher success rate, come and join my team. Come get on our team with EXP and help grow your business to a massive potential. We have a lot of people from all over. I've got Canadians are a big part of our business, tons of people in Atlanta, Georgia. We've got a lot of people in Florida, Pennsylvania, Texas, Alabama. My Alabama guy is crushing it right now. But yeah, if you're wanting to get into the business and start doing door-to-door at a really high level, I would get with people that know what they're doing and how to do it. I've knocked hundreds of thousands of doors. I've made hundreds of millions of dollars in sales, all going door to door. So we know what we're doing. Jeremy, one of my head coaches, he also has killed it in the door-to-door space, selling hundreds of millions of dollars in products and services. And it all boils down to one thing, is learning how to do it and learning how to do it well. Because once you learn how to do this and are successful at it, you have unlimited resources because no one else is doing this. There's a couple of people online. What questions do you have about door-to-door? The processes, what the lawsuits are doing, what the real estate market's headed to do, what real estate's forecasts are. Guys, I'd love to answer some of these questions and help you guys get where you need to be. We've got a lot of things going in our programs. We have a lot of our agents being crazy successful right now. One of our agents took two listings last week and a buyer. I have another one to put up 2 listings. Another guy put up 3 listings here in Utah. Our clients are killing it right now. I need to get a bunch of those guys online and to chat about what they're doing and what's made a difference so that you guys can see why it's important to get training and what money it will make you in the long run. But there's 4 people online. What questions you guys have? Are you door knocking now? What are you experiencing? What are you up against? What objections are you getting? Let me help you. Just in the chat there, go ahead and throw in some questions. But in the meantime, you guys, I think one of the most important things you can do is read good books and also get your mindset right. If you're not where you want to be in the 4th quarter here of the game, of real estate, of life, what are you changing? What are you making happen that you need to do in order to hit the goals and start yourself off in 2024 in a massive boom to where you can hit your goals at a way higher level in 2024. So guys, think about that. But we have a lot of stuff out there. And I can tell you right now, it's not easy. I can tell you there's many days, even though I've sold hundreds of millions of dollars in real estate, there's been days where I'm just like, oh my gosh, I cannot buy a sell to save my life. I record myself. I listen to it. It's like, man, I think you're saying all the right things. Maybe change your attitude, maybe change your tonalities, maybe ask a few more questions, maybe not be so aggressive. And then I change those things and still nothing. I'll tell you one insight here that's really cool. I'm going to do a video on this. But the power of prayer is amazing. So I can't tell you how many times I've just prayed, Heavenly Father, help me to find a sell. I've been working my guts out. I've been at this for 6 hours and I haven't picked up a client. Help me find a sell. I cannot tell you how many times doing that, I've gotten deals immediately. And sometimes it's the last door of the night that I knock and it's, after dark by 30 minutes. And other times it's the very next door. But get some power from above. If you guys are struggling with what you're doing, get some power from above, because in reality, you'll get the help. And he cares about everything we do in life. So, but no, even for me, it's not the easiest thing. I had a guy call me today that's joining our team today. He said, Duane, dude, when I get out there, I'm all amped. I amp myself up. I watch good videos. I get prepared. I get out there and I climb out of my car and I want to climb back in. I don't want to knock doors. I'm scared to death. He's like, and I'm a salesperson. I'm not scared of people. I love to sell, but I'm scared of going door to door. You guys, that happens a lot to a lot of people. And the one thing that causes you to overcome that is repetition. It's role playing. It's becoming confident in what you do and what you say. And that you're going to learn by being around people that will help you to say the right things, to do the right things, that are in the same environment with you, that people that have your back. Get with your tribe, get with a door-to-door group, come join our team. We have people that are bantering back and forth on WhatsApp app, telling people about different experiences they're having, motivating each other, role playing. And it's been massive for our group because they've had the connection they need to get out and be successful. They compete against each other. They're doing a lot of awesome things. It's helping their business to grow, but it's hard to get out and knock doors. And it's not the funnest thing that you're ever going to do. Even for me, I had to set timers. I'd set a timer in my car. And as soon as that timer hit, I got out of my car and I went to work. But I'm telling you right now, that's why no one else does it. And that's why we can make a massive, massive income by getting involved. And so we do have some questions. Sorry, my chat wasn't open. I wasn't seeing any of these things. Daniel, what are some strong questions that you figured out at homeowners motivate / problem? Daniel, there's a lot of questions out there. There's some common objections that people have, but I think the biggest motivating factor when you get into some questions that you have is ask the right things. You got to make sure that you're helping them see the problem and what the benefits are from being out there. Sorry, Daniel, I can't believe I missed all these things. Daniel, are you still here? Also, I would say make sure that you make it their idea and help them to see the benefits of what doing real estate can do for them right now. So what are some good questions to ask renters to convert them to buy? You guys need to check out my question-based selling course. It's on my website, reald2d.com, or call me. I'd love to go through some of these things with you, but I'm going to throw my number on there, also our website. But really, it's going to be the same course of objections. The question-based selling course that I have online, that will help you with a lot of these questions. I'm also putting together scripts that will help you guys to be able to, just dial in, read the script, hear us role play the script, and then see a video on the script through the three things that should help you with a lot of these things you're running into. Daniel, do you knock no soliciting doors? If so, how do you start the conversation? Daniel, if I'm knocking doors and it says no soliciting, I'm going to dive right in without apologizing for knocking no soliciting door. I'm just going to start my script. Hey, my name is Duane. I work for EXP. Did your neighbors tell you it's going to stop by and see you? Because in reality, if you feel like you are soliciting, it's just going to draw a red flag to you. I don't feel like I'm soliciting. I feel like I'm bringing the neighborhood the value that they need to be able to help them to close and get information they need to make good decisions in their real estate world. So make sure that you're engaging them in the facts that it's beneficial for them. I had someone recently just tell me, it's like, Duane, it's like you're doing improv when you're on the door. And it's so true. We really are. So what you want to do is always put your client first and find their needs, what they need to have happen, why, and then help them accomplish that. And when you do that, you're going to win every time. You're going to close deals. You're going to make sure that you're able to get the direction you need to be. So what other questions you guys have now that I have the chat up and I can see it? Carter, I have a door-to-door experience doing a couple seasons of home security pest control. Newer to real estate, but have been prospecting door-to-door for a month. What is your standard pitch? Carter, my man, I'm an alarm guy. As you can see in the background, look at all the Vivint stuff. We have a lot of guys that have done door-to-door in the past. Standard pitch is, my name's Duane, work for EXP. Did your neighbors tell you it's going to stop by and see you? You do a lot of that in the alarm world, pest control. Main reason about your market has changed. Prices have gone up depending on your market, or they've gone down. If it's a buyer's market, there's no inventory. State what the market's doing, and then ask them, have you ever considered buying, selling, or investing in real estate? That's the pitch. So Carter, that's it, brother. Yeah, you're just literally going to throw that out there and then move forward. And once you do that, you just got to listen really good and put the questions that you need to in a way that's going to cause them to start selling you on why they need to buy, sell, or invest in real estate. But ask them the right questions that'll cause them to sell you on what you do. How many doors would you knock a day on average, Michael? So minimum in my group with my coaching program, with my team, I want people doing a minimum of 200 contacts a week. So if you're knocking 5 days a week, you need to be talking to 40 people. That means speaking to 40 people. That's not just knocking on their doors. So you may need to knock 60 to 70 doors to talk to 40 people. But Michael, if you'll do that, you will not worry about finances. You just have to get out there and consistently do that, learn the scripts, learn what to say and how to say it, and then build a massive database around you. And you got tons of people to learn from. What is your process for taking notes, follow up after you make contact at a door? Fish and pigs, dude. I love the analogy there. Fish and pigs investment. So I use a thing called, have you heard of Sales Rabbit? We have a discount code if you guys want to use that, but it's not cheap. But if you use Sales Rabbit, you can contact every door. It also tells you the homeowners' names. It tells you all the information you need to before you go up to the door. But it's got a lot of prompts. And then you can take that immediately, download it into a database. Another way to do that is you can just use your phone and open up the notes tab and keep really good track of each house you knock on, what they said, and then use your calendar and link it to your calendar to where you can do a follow-up system. I use an amazing CRM. Once again, not expensive. This CRM has AI built into it. So once I'm done knocking doors, you can download all of that into your system. I don't personally do a lot of the downloading and doing all of that. I pass it off to my virtual assistant. And if you guys don't have virtual assistants, you need to chat with me about that, because that's one of the best things ever for you to get and to use. Virtual assistants will allow you to, they'll do a bunch of the busy work for you, so you can literally just take off and keep going. And that'll allow you to keep growing your business in many ways where you're not slowing down. You should only be prospecting. So whether you're using Sales Rabbit or whether you're keeping notes on your notepad on your phone, don't carry around a notepad. That's a big no-no. But do it on your phone. And then at the end of the day, shoot it off to your VA. I do get some crazy good discounts on Sales Rabbit and VAs. We have some good sponsors because of how much door-to-door stuff we do. So if you're interested in that, I'm happy to pass on the savings, whether you're in my coaching program or whether you're not. I'd love to be able to hook you up with some of those things and provide value back to you guys. Fish and pigs, thanks for thinking I'm the man. I'm glad you're watching all the content. The Brian Tracy book, Psychology of Selling, if you haven't read that, that is amazing. Daniel, question, how are some ways that homeowners can use a higher interest rate to their advantage? So homeowners, help me understand that a little bit more. Buyers for sure could use a higher interest rate to their advantage. And you're probably looking at me going, are you a nut job? If they buy right now, it's going to cost them a ton more money because the interest rates are higher. But in reality, it is a perfect time to buy in a high interest rate market because sellers are typically more negotiable. You're able to get closing costs. Homes are sitting on the market longer. There's a lot of stuff you can get during due diligence inspection phase where you can get a lot of money off. Whereas when rates were lower, we've got bidding wars, stuff's way above list price, and you're not getting any kind of concessions. You're not getting any kind of price reductions. People are definitely not willing to negotiate with you at all. So Daniel, if you can take advantage of that as you're helping people buy in this market, it's a phenomenal market to be buying in. I don't know which market you're in. Where are you at, Daniel? Do we lose you? What other questions do you guys have? But right now is a phenomenal time to buy. And right now is one of the best times to get out, get educated, and grow your business, because I really think we're going to see a lot of changes between AI and what the government's doing with, our commissions and the lawsuits and stuff that are happening. It's crazy, 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 crazy. And I don't know who's going to represent those buyers agents. If they're not going to pay them a commission, how many of those people are going to be willing to go out and, help those guys for free? We're going to see a lot of change in the real estate market. So if you're not crazy educated, if you're not on teams, if you're not, getting coaching, I would highly suggest you get there if you're not where you need to be in your real estate business. And think about it. Right now, we're October 24th. The end of the year is not far away. So if you're not hitting your goals, I would tell you to get out there and push really, really hard to make sure you network and crush those out. Carter, do you ever pair open houses with door-to-door? 100%, but never sit an open house. Okay, here's what you do. Set up an open house, put a sign on the door that says, hey, we are doing an open house right now. I am busy in the neighborhood with other clients. If your realtor is with you, feel free to go on in the house and use the key box on the left of the door. If your realtor is not with you, please contact them and have them get you into this open house. If you do not have a realtor and want to see this house, I am a few minutes away. Shoot me a text right now and I will be right back and get you into the home. But then get out there and knock doors all the way around that. Say, hey, we're doing an open house at this place right up the road. But never sit inside an open house waiting for people to show up on you. That doesn't help you get where you need to be. So definitely make sure you're prospecting. I've fallen asleep at open houses before, you guys. I'm embarrassed to say that. But I've been sitting in there and all of a sudden I'm just, oh my gosh, this is the slowest thing. And I'm falling asleep and then someone walks in. It's like, oh crap. And I look like an idiot. So don't do that. Get out and knock doors around it and expose yourself. Misty Mountain Real Estate. That is a great name. I know you're a Utah man, so am I. Do you do or knock in the winter? Yes. The answer is yes. So here's what you got to do. Go to Cabela's, go to one of your sporting goods stores, get the extreme heat thermals, get you some really warm boots, get you a nice coat and warmers for your hands. But yeah, I mean, the bottom line is, do you want to eat? If you want to eat, you got to go out and hunt. And if you don't hunt and you don't eat, so you've got to be prospected at all times, unless your business is big enough that you're automatically bringing in tons of clients. Yeah, you got to get out and get after it. So yes, it sucks. I'm going to tell you right now, I've been out knocking in 20-degree weather. My lips are chattering and my teeth are just going crazy. It's like, it's freezing. People don't want to open their door. They don't want to hold the door open because they don't want to let all the cold air in. It's the same thing in Austin, Texas. When it's really hot, they don't want to open the door and they don't want to leave it open. But we still get out there. We still go grind. We still do what other agents won't, because when we do that, we get in front of people. So get in front of people, guys. Be successful. And the only way to do that is to get out and do what other people don't. Knocking doors, staying in front of people, connecting with them. And as you do that, you will build a massive, massive database. And once you learn how to say what you need to say and you gain confidence quickly on the doors, people will invite you in. Hey, I want to hear what you're saying, but it's too cold outside. Step inside real quick. So definitely look at that. Daniel, Austin, Texas, my man. Love it. Texas is one of my favorite places to knock. If a homeowner or buyer is hesitant to move because their interest rate is 2 to 4%, how would you pitch them on moving sooner rather than later? So let's think about that, you guys. You got a 2% interest rate, and people are wanting to say, I don't want to move. Okay. What interest rate would you move? Do you think they're ever going to get back to 2%? It's the first question I would ask. Do you know what the average interest rate is over the last 25 years? Do you guys know that? Chat it, throw it in the chat if you know that. 8.1%. Okay. What is the lowest interest rates have ever been? 2%, you guys. So what makes us think we're ever going to get back to 2% again? And if we do, what happens to the economy and the home market? So if we drop to 2%, what was the home market like when we were at 2%? Bidding wars, correct? So if we were in bidding wars, how much above list price did you guys see on average during those bidding wars? In my market, we were 50 to 70 grand above list price. So now let's bring that home to them. So if you bought at a 4%, now what home price would you buy at? Let's say you're a $500,000 house. What's the difference? Let's go to 5%, you guys. Let's go to 5%. If you're a 5%, and we could even go higher than that because the math is even better. But the bottom is, let's say we're at 5%. And you're buying a $500,000 house. So to jump from 2% to 5% on a $500,000 house, how much is that going to be per month? Let's just say it's $1,000 a month. It's going to be way less than that. Let's say it's $1,000 more a month. How long do you think it'll be before rates come down? Ask your client that. And the majority of them are going to tell you, I think rates will drop within the next year. Let's say 2 years. Let's just say 2 years and go aggressive here. So if it's $1,000 a month for 12 months, that's 12 grand. If it's 2 years, it's going to be $24,000. It's going to cost them extra by buying a home at a 5% interest rate and selling theirs at 2. $24,000. Let's say rates are going to drop to 2% again. They can refinance, and that'll save them a bunch of money. But how much will home prices go up if rates got back down to 2s and 3s? If they get back down to 2s and 3s and home prices get back into bidding wars, and now we shoot $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, what does that do? How much more do you pay? Do you save money by doing that? Also, in a buyer's market right now with rates high, can you negotiate sales price? Can you negotiate due diligence items? I need you to fix the water heater. I need you to do this. How do contingencies work? If it's in a market where the sellers have full control, do they want you to be able to sell your house before they buy? No, they're going to go with the one that doesn't have a house for sale. So think about all of those things. Daniel, does that make sense? But you really have to get to where they can see the value. It's not horrible for them to pay a higher interest rate at this point. I personally think rates will come down. Do I think they're going to go down to 2%? No, I don't. But it doesn't matter if they're at 2%. Are you happy with the home you're in? Guess what, guys? You're going to have to sell it. And you're going to have to get rid of that 2% rate. And maybe go to a 4% rate. But you've got to adjust to whatever it's going to be. I don't think we'll ever see 2% again. So what's the cost of waiting? How much will it cost you? What has the market done over this last year as rates have been high? Prices have gone up, you guys. We've averaged about 3.5% across the United States in appreciation, even with rates in the high 7s, 8%. So guys, it doesn't matter. Daniel, that help a whole bunch for you to help them see the insight of what it looks like. But if you can help your clients understand that, because most don't understand that paying a higher interest rate will cost them, they think it's going to cost them the moon and stars, but they can always refinance. But the big thing you need to help them understand is what happens if they don't buy with higher interest rate. Okay. Guys, what other questions do you have? These have been great. Fish and pigs. Dude, I love that every time it comes up. Do you ever pitch seller finance? No, I don't want to deal with seller finance. You can, but you guys, I want clean, quick deals that move quickly, right? Clean and quick deals. That's the thing. You want to get to where you're turning and burning and closing 8 houses a month. And you're not going to do a lot of that on seller finance because there's a lot of people that don't want to do seller finance. Now, if it's the only way for you to get that listing, list it as a seller finance. Or if it's the only way for you to get that buy, yeah, do it as a seller finance. But it's going to take you a lot of time to work on a seller finance deal. So don't pass them up, but don't hunt for them. Don't look for them. Other questions? Carter, you're welcome for the videos, man. I'm excited you're watching them. Spent 9 years in Utah Fire Service and moved to Washington in February. Decided I wanted to build a business door to door, and your videos landed me on the real estate logging off. But guys, I'm excited you're there. I'm excited you're watching the videos. Hopefully I'm seeing people get deals all the time from our YouTube channel. My coaching clients, my people on my real estate team. So if you're in Washington, if you're in Texas, and you're wanting to join a team to help get your business going, guys, I'd love to bring you on. I'm personally coaching the team. Every week I'm role playing with you, going over a lot of these questions, and I'm confident I can get your business to the next level. We have tons and tons of people throwing down deals every stinking week, and it has been awesome. Misty, I've got 4 or 5 people here in Utah, and it'd be super easy for you to hit that $100,000 mark in Utah. Misty, as I'm reading that question, because I've done it. I've trained the rookie of the year for 6 years in Utah. And so I know that I can help you guys all get to where you need to be. It's going to be a lot of repetition. It's going to be a lot of work. It's a lot of doors you knock, but I know I can train you on what to say, how to say, and when to say it. There's a question-based selling course that I've got on my website. If you guys haven't watched that, you should watch that. We've got a special right now where you can do 3 courses for $6.99. That gets you the first 90 days in real estate, and the door-to-door boot camp and the question-based selling course. It is amazing. So that will help you definitely get going. Michael Fox, dude, there's no stupid questions. What are you talking about? Do you use the same pitch questions if they answer through their ring? So great question. I have a video specifically for the rings on YouTube if you want to go pull that up. But you want to engage them and bring them out to the door. Just saying, hey, Michael, glad you're here on the ring. I'd love to chat with you. I've been helping out a ton of neighbors. The real estate market is nuts. And a lot of people have been interested in what their home values are, what the market's doing, where it's headed. Do you have 2 minutes? You can come out and chat with me real quick. That's basically what I'm going to say to a doorbell camera. And if now's not a good time, when can I stop back by and see you? So that's going to be your door-to-door doorbell camera pitch. Okay. I know there's more that goes into this, but my question is, how many hours a week should I door knock with a goal to clear 100,000 in GCI? Misty, 100,000 in GCI is very, very small fries. So I want you to think way bigger than that. To make 100 grand in real estate, you need to sell 1 house a month. That's not very much. When you knock doors and you pick up the buy and the sell, you're selling 2. So you got to think about that a little deeper. I want you picking up at least 1 person a month that you help buy and sell. And by doing that, you should clear 150 to 200,000. So to get a buy and a sell each month, you need to be on average doing about 200 contacts a week. Okay. That's bare minimum until you get your pitch down and your approach. Do you feel like your approach is really good? Do you feel like you know the right questions to ask? How many questions are you asking on the door? If you're not asking 20 to 30, I would really, really look into getting some training on what to say on doors and when to say it, how to say it. But the bottom line is, you should be able to do over 150,000 a year. And that's a good start. I would love to see most agents doing $300,000 to $400,000 a year, because I don't think that's hard to get to. Okay. What other questions you guys have? Been on 30 minutes. There's a lot of stuff. Let me put my website in here. Go check it out. Wished I could role play with some of you guys, because honestly, that's the best way to do this, is to role play and learn how to say what to say and get stumped. And I love stumping my agents and excuse me, asking enough questions that they don't know where to go or how to take it or what the next steps would be. And once you learn that and you continue to do that over and over and over again, you're going to close a lot of real estate. So guys, any other questions you can think of? Love to keep going here if you guys have more questions. If not, I'd love to chat with you individually about, the opportunities we have with our coaching program and our real estate team. We're taking on people all over the U.S. In fact, we've got a lot of Canadians. We've got a lot of people that have joined our program in Atlanta, in Florida, Alabama. In fact, my Alabama guy, like I said before, he put up 3 deals this last week. Taylor, my guy from Utah, talking about Misty, he did 3 listings this week. So great opportunities to grow. We've got people in PA. We've got people in Texas. We've got people all over. Would love to chat with you more about the team, what the team can do for you, how it can help blow up your business. Also the coaching and what that does for you. In reality, 1 sale will pay for coaching for the year. So if you're not currently looking at coaching, I would say that's a huge opportunity for you to blow up your business and learn how to grow at a high level. So guys, if you don't have any other questions, I appreciate you being on here today. I'll give you 30 more seconds to throw in a question. If not, we'll bounce off for today. And I'll thank you for watching and appreciate your support on YouTube. We really want to see people be crazy successful and be able to take their business to the next level. That's the goal here. And it's been a lot of fun to see people do really, really, really well. So All right, guys, not seeing any other questions, so I'll go ahead and sign off here. But I appreciate you guys and look forward to another chat. And Michael, hopefully you can get out there and kill it, my man. And we will chat soon. Have a great day.